Good morning. This is Miss Moore with the Janitorial Spot. Today we're going to show you how to do a walkthrough. Today we're at a daycare and we're going to show you what you would ask and how the walkthrough goes. So come along with me. First of all, you're going to meet with the client. This is the client's office and we are going to assess what the scope of work would be. We're looking at the halls when we do our walkthrough, when we first come in, because we're assessing what the work's going to look like. I'm looking at first doing a bid for the floor work. I'm going to look at the baseboards, look how the floor looks. We're going to look at the size of how the building is. This is a daycare, so it's about 10,000 square feet. We're going to go into all the rooms. And in this particular room, we're going to make sure we bid on everything, including putting stainless steel in the sinks, redoing the paper towels, dusting the fixtures, emptying your trash, and of course you're going to look at definitely your vents. You want to make sure you pay attention to your vents because that's what you're going to do for your high dusting, and your baseboards are going to be for your low dusting. In this particular place, this is a baby room, so you're going to also make sure you ask if they want to include wiping down the toys and arranging the toys. You're going to look at your window ledges and your sills right here, because that's going to be a part of what your bid is, including your doors, inside and out. That's a typical scope of work for a room. Now follow me a little further, and we're going to go to a restroom. This is a restroom. Inside of your restroom, it's not very bright. Inside of your restroom, of course, you want to make sure your bright work is included, top of your high dusting. This is your sink. You're going to, of course, put your price for your trash cans, including cleaning the inside and the outside of the trash cans, and your toilet. Very important. With your toilet, of course, you're making sure that you include cleaning all of your toilet with the price. This is a VCT tile floor, so you're going to include your mopping, sweeping and mopping, which on this floor you'd use a dust mop. Throughout the building when you're doing your walkthrough, you want to look at your glass fixtures because that's included. Inside and outside glass. Glass is very important. As you walk through here, like I said, this is around 10,000 square feet, so you're going to have your clipboard with you, as I do, writing down all the information that you're going to include. Your floors, what type of floor it is, if it's carpet, VCT tile. You're going to make sure you include how many restrooms there are. You're writing all this down on your clipboard with your square footage. You're going to make sure that you're going to ask the customer, are paper products included, meaning paper towels, toilet paper, or are you going to have to furnish that? And as far as the trash liners, if you're going to furnish that, it's very important because that could be over $1,000 a month if you don't include that. As you continue to walk through, you're just going to survey what the condition of the building looks like now. Is it a new building? Is it an old building? That's going to make the difference in how long it takes you to clean it. Of course, newer buildings don't take as long. As you can see the size of this, we have a water fountain. You're going to make sure you include your water fountains because you're going to have to clean those. This facility has around 6 restrooms. Like I said, about 10,000 square feet. On the next part, we'll go over how you come up with the bid. So we've set our appointment, we're finishing up our walkthrough, then we're going to finalize the bid in our walkthrough series. We've walked through the complete building. We're going to make sure we also include in our bid wiping down on top of all our high fixtures. High fixtures are going to be anything around the middle of the wall and up. Low is going to be down and below. So you're looking at your light fixtures and your baseboards. The other thing you want to do when you come in is you want to look at your light fixtures. A daycare normally has kids, so they're going to have fingerprints on there. That should be included, wiping down that, spot cleaning, as well as spot cleaning your doors, your door handles. And the last thing we want to make sure of is anytime you do restrooms, you want to make sure, or any general area, you want to make sure that wherever you're obtaining a lot of paper towels or there's a lot of traffic, there's going to be a lot of fingerprints, you want to wipe that area down. Okay, now you've done your walkthrough, you've asked the pertinent questions as far as the paper products, you've asked if you need to bring in any supplies, excluding the normal supplies you do, which is your portion of the cleaning any equipment. After that, you want to then never give a client a bid on the spot. You want to go back and assess your scope of work, that you've written everything down. You've done a complete walkthrough. You've arrived 15 minutes early. You've got your work shirt on like I do. You're going to make sure you give them 2 cards and you speak and act in a professional manner. I hope this was very helpful. And the last thing you want to do, which I forgot, is ask them about the alarm system. You want to make sure that you're setting the alarm, or if they're setting the alarm, if they have a security guard, because that's going to take time. And you want to find out how far the trash bins are. Like ours are out there. That's going to let you know how safe. If you have a female here, you want to put 2, because you never want to have a female or anyone in a position where they don't feel safe. Now you've talked about the safety aspects, and the rest you assess once you get back to the office. So thank you for doing the walkthrough, and we'll see you in a few.